Hey guys, it's Angie, and I have not made a video in 6 months. Let's just address the elephant in the room right now, right here. And I figured I'd get on here. I figured that I owe it to all you guys to explain where I've been, what I've been up to, and all that stuff. It's gonna be a long video, I've got a lot to say. I've never really talked too much about how I feel about YouTube on YouTube, so it feels very meta right now, but I've had issues over the past few years with the platform, and everything kind of has culminated into me making this video today and me just getting my thoughts out into the open, into the clear, and hopefully you guys can expand upon what I'm saying if you have thoughts, feelings, emotions. I just really want to have an open discussion about our community on YouTube and how it's changed so much to the point of it's killed a lot of really great channels that were creating really great content. Let me start this by telling you guys my story. Some of you don't know, some of you do. Some of you have been here since 2009, which I appreciate. 9 years. I feel like I should give you a pin or a keychain or something. But yeah, I started my channel in 2009. I was a college kid. I was broke. I was about to graduate college actually, and was scared to death because I didn't know what I was going to do. I found YouTube tutorials online actually during Christmas break, and I think the first video I saw was either Panacea. No, it was Xbarkage, for sure Xbarkage. And I just remember immediately connecting the dots in my head. I was watching Panacea 81. I was watching Prelude. Oh my gosh, I was watching Mischievous. And I became obsessed. I've always loved makeup, and I always loved art. When I was a kid, I was drawing Bart Simpson to like impress everybody. Always crafting, making beads, painting, you name it. I was a crafty little fucker. And when I connected art to makeup, I found a passion that I'd never had before, and it ignited this happiness, this great place that I could transport all of my problems and feelings into. And that's why I started making tutorials, because I wanted to touch people the way that I had been affected. So I started making tutorials, and I started making artsy tutorials. I was one of the first probably people to ever upload FX tutorials, and that was stuff that I taught myself as I went, and I had such an insatiable thirst for knowledge. I still do, especially when it comes to makeup, but that love that I found was because of this platform. So I'm forever grateful for that. And I'm forever grateful even more so to you guys, because you're the ones that were watching these tutorials and saying, this is cool, or you should do this, or just encouraging me. And it's a beautiful thing, because I can watch my progression as a makeup artist from 2009 to now. Now I'm living in Los Angeles. Now I'm working on like sets, and now I am able to do really, really cool things. Because y'all believed in me. That is wild. And I, can't say enough how grateful I am to YouTube. So let's discuss how the beauty community has changed. I feel like the first wave of people were really into makeup, really passionate. We had no idea how this platform was going to be commercialized and turned into kind of a consumerist playground, and even a brand playground. At this point in time, I feel like brands run YouTube and social media in general. A lot of the brands have millions of followers, and they'll promote the same people, and those people will promote them, and it's kind of like a let's hold each other's hand to the top kind of situation. And I get that, and I'm happy for people who, make that journey. But I do feel like it's hard to trust those people, and not everybody is this way, but it's hard for me to trust people who are getting sent like 18 different packages a day, and you know, every time they make a video, this is the best thing I've ever used. This is the best thing I've ever used. Here's my affiliate link. It's very used car salesman to me. It's very QVC. I don't really want to spill the tea, but I will spill the tea because I've met a lot of these top influencers, and a lot of them are elitist and snobby. Not all of them. Some of them are salt of the earth, and I wish them so much happiness and so much success because I know that they work their asses off and they deserve that success, and what they've done is amazing. But some of them are total jerks, and it's, you know, it's very humbling to be treated a certain way because you don't have enough subscribers. I've been to events where other people have been babied and like pampered and treated like kings, and it's eye-opening because it's really a money business. It's really about money. It's really about business. And I don't think that that is something that I subscribed to when I first started. So I feel like the outbreak of drama videos, and like some of these drama channels are making lots of money making commentary videos on other people's content. And to me, that's like really gross and icky. But I appreciate the freedom of speech, and I appreciate the channels who do it diplomatically, if that's at all possible. But I feel like the more clickbait, the more drama you have around you, the more you're rewarded. And it's just like an episode of Jerry Springer. Like, I don't really want to make videos for that. I do want to talk a little bit about where I've been and what I've been going through. I said this year has been really tough, and it has. It started last year when my grandmother passed away. I actually didn't get to see her before she passed. She actually passed 20 minutes after my plane landed in North Carolina. So it's been really difficult because I didn't get closure from her death. And those things have definitely led to very dark days and, you know, very sad times in my life. And it's made it really hard to function and be an adult, which you gotta do because you gotta pay bills. So, you know, definitely being depressed has kind of kept me out of the mood to make videos. And plus, YouTube has kept me out of the mood to make videos because I feel like my channel's failed, even though the things that I've tried, and I've tried a lot of things, the things that I've tried have failed, even though they were recommended to me, even though, you know, I did the best I absolutely could. Losing my channel and losing the viewership and losing, you know, kind of any kind of traction or anything, losing opportunities, constantly losing opportunities to other people. And, you know, it's depressing when you've worked really hard on it and you blame yourself and you get really sad and you don't even want to look at a camera anymore. I mean, there's days that I just would rather count the sand in the desert, you know, than film a video. And that was never the case when I started. I loved it. I was counting down the minutes that I could start filming. So, you know, again, the climate of that changing, and the fact that YouTube demonetized 50 of my videos. 50 of my videos. I think I have about 500 videos. That's about 10% of my content, and that's a lot. And it's all FX tutorials, which were my most viewed videos, and they actually brought in some income, not a lot, but they brought in enough for me to continue to be able to make equipment or buy equipment and programs and things and upgrade and all that stuff. I feel like I've earned my subscribers. I feel like people hit the button because they want to see my content, because I work my butt off on videos. And I did. I really have. Like the tutorials that I've made, the special effects stuff, some of them take months. Some of them take 8 hours just to film it. If it's a body painting or any kind of thing like that, that's 8-10 hours. And not to mention the 20 hours editing. You know, I put a lot into the videos, and it's not just some simple like review video. So it really hurts to know that I've tried my best and that it just wasn't what was trendy, or, you know, a bathtub filled with Jello or whatever. But again, that's the nature of the platform, so I can't be mad at that. But I do want to make videos again. I found that I've been having this urge to make videos. And the main reason is because I want to educate. My channel's always been about education. I've always wanted to teach you guys best practices, safety, new techniques. I want to teach you about products, how to use them, things like that. And, you know, I feel so passionate about education. As a matter of fact, since I've been, you know, in LA, I've been teaching at a school, which unfortunately closed, but I was able to teach airbrush, and I got to teach special effects course, and it was so great to connect with people on a one-on-one basis and see them get things and learn new things and do makeup. That was such a blessing. So I do want to kind of add that back into my life, and I feel like tutorials will be a way to do that, even if it's just reviews. Also, I feel like I have a lot more to add to the pot as far as reviews go. As a working makeup artist, I work with products all the time on different skin tones, on different faces, on different everything. And I feel like I have a lot more knowledge as far as that goes, and especially beauty, because I do primarily beauty when I am working. So I really want to make those videos again. And if I do sponsored content, I hope you guys understand why. If the views aren't good, if people aren't engaging in your channel, YouTube basically doesn't even allow people to see your videos. So if you want to get notifications for my channel, you can hit the little bell notification, leave comments, you can like the videos. I think that's kind of the standard thing that all the YouTubers are saying right now to get engagement back up. I'm not going to sweat it too much. I'm just going to get back to enjoying making videos and doing them as frequently as I can. Even sharing things that I've been doing on set, and even maybe some videos on my kit. I would love to do video on sanitation. That's absolutely in the works, because I see a lot of crazy shit on YouTube, and it's just spreading misinformation and spreading unhygienic practices. And there's nothing scarier or grosser to me than seeing a YouTuber with their palette. Then they grab their brush, and the palette's used, by the way. But they grab their brush, they dip into that used palette, and then they apply it on their model's face. Do you know what's in that used palette? I do. Skin cells from the prior model. So you're just smearing that onto your new client's face. Do you think that's sanitary? Because Staphylococcus aureus is a bitch to cure, especially if it's MRSA. I also want to tell you guys what I've been up to since I've been in LA. A lot of you have asked. I did move here to go to makeup school. I graduated over 4 years ago, so I have been working on getting myself into the union, which is how you're able to work on films, how you're able to work on like big TV shows, and anything that's unionized, you have to be in the union to work on it. It's incredibly hard to get into the union because we are in LA, and this is a super saturated market. There are some of the most talented makeup artists in the world, like a block down the street from me. I could throw a rock and hit a makeup artist. So it makes getting jobs very difficult. And that is actually how you get into the union. You have to do a certain amount of jobs per year in a time span of 3 years to even be considered a union artist. And then you have to pay dues, which is thousands of dollars. And then you have to really network your butt off and get your name out there and just be a kick-ass makeup artist. So that's something that I'm working on, and I have been working on it mainly this year. I've really focused on it this year, and I'm also making things. I'm always making things. I can't not make things. I actually have some things here that I've made. I always wanted to have really cool cups for when I go to set and to put my brushes in. So I started making monster cups. This is the flesh one. You can see him. I molded it, and I paint them, and I pour them, and I cast them, and I do everything. But these are available in my Etsy shop, little flesh tones. This was also available in like Frankenstein's monster. And I just released these cups. These are kind of Cthulhu based, like tentacle cups. So they're kind of basically the same size and just a different sculpted design. And I paint, again, each one of these by hand. I will link my Etsy shop below just because there's some like owl ring jewelry in there, as well as my cups and just, you know, all the things that I like to make. So if you want to help support an artist, there you go. The link is below. So technically this video is sponsored by Starling Jewels, which is my Etsy shop. But no, I really, you know, enjoy making things, and I feel like so like giddy to know that people put things in these cups and like have them in their house and stuff. And I've heard that somebody puts their toothbrush in a teeth cup, and I'm just like so giddy about that. Last Halloween, I got to work at Halloween Horror Nights for their makeup artistry team, and it was a blast. I will say it was very hard and long hours. So you guys probably noticed that I didn't do many makeup tutorials last Halloween, and that's because my schedule was rough. I had some that were filmed that I wasn't even able to edit because I was so tired. Our shifts were like 13 hours, and it was like 2 p.m. to 3 a.m. And it was very kind of, you know, it was a lot. It was tough, but I loved it because I felt like I was getting so much experience. There was people in my chair just constantly, and it was, you know, such a good place to grow as an artist. All right, guys, if you made it through this video, I want to just bless you and thank you so much. You're probably part of the 1% of my subscribers that YouTube actually notifies when I upload a video. So you're in the 1%, and I'm so happy that you're here. If you want to find me on other social media, I am on Instagram. I don't post very often, but I will post stories usually every day, and they're probably pretty silly, but I think they're funny. So if you want to check that out, I will link it below. Also, I want to say a huge just thank you for sticking around, and being a great person. And I hope you're all well. I hope you are good people. I hope you're fighting the evil in this world. And I hope you're still loving makeup the way that we all do. So, bye. I'm waving with my shoulders.